Right now, state agencies and lawmakers are working to put into place the recommendations of Ohio's School Bus Safety Task Force.
And News Center 7 first reported the governor created that group just days after 11-year-old Aiden Clark died in a bus crash. The crash was the first day of school, not far from Springfield.
Investigators said an unlicensed driver crossed the center line, hitting Clark's bus. Now, the wreck sent more than 20 of his classmates to the hospital. After the tragedy, many people called for change. The I-Team's John Bedell looks into how the recommendations could make our children safer and what ideas were left on the table.
Something I think that is a concern to all Ohioans.
Following 5 months of work, Ohio's School Bus Safety Task Force released 17 recommendations on how to make school buses in our state safer.
They have given us a blueprint that we should follow.
Mandating seatbelts on buses did not make the recommendations list.
Together, the working group decided that the decision to install seatbelts on buses should remain with local school districts who are best situated to understand their unique needs with respect to the safety of their students.
Rob Widener has been a school bus mechanic for more than 4 decades and has been a firefighter for 35 years. He's Greenville City Schools bus mechanic and served on the task force.
It was really a worthwhile experience to see how this process works and to be a part of it, and finding out there needs to be more options than just seatbelts out there.
While the group did not recommend a seatbelt mandate for buses, it did include seatbelts on a list of 13 recommended safety features available for buses. Others include technology to create better visibility around buses, like all LED lights and fully illuminated school bus signs. Also on the list, crash avoidance technology like electronic stability control and lane departure warning systems.
With safety and technology changing, buses need to keep up instead of falling behind like they have for years with cars and everything else.
The group says the state should create and fund a needs-based grant program to help districts pay for school bus safety features. The Ohio Department of Education is right now surveying districts across the state, asking what are their immediate needs for bus safety upgrades. That will help determine the funding needs. The task force also recommended mandating increased yearly training hours for drivers and creating a state wellness program for bus drivers. While many of the recommendations can be put into place without help from state lawmakers, the state legislature would have to approve spending the money to fund that grant program.
We've put it on the superintendents of school districts to then look at that list and say, well, what do I really need in my school district?
That's where a legislative plan from Clark County State Rep Bernie Willis comes in. He's reworking a bill he introduced last year and talked to the I-Team about in November to help determine where all that state grant money will come from.
And our goal obviously is to make HB 279 into a form that allows for future appropriation and all the things necessary to get that done for the school districts and make our kids safe when they're on their way to school.
And the I-Team's John Bedell joins us live now. And John, there's one other recommendation that needs action from state lawmakers because it would actually require a law change.
That's right, Gabby, it would, because one of the other recommendations from the task force is that the state should increase penalties for drivers who break traffic laws in school zones and around school buses. State Rep Willis told me that will likely not be a part of his bill, but instead part of another bill at the State House in Columbus. Here is a copy of the task force's full report, a hard copy of it. You can read the entire report right now on our website, WHIO.com.
The I-Team's John Bedell live for us this afternoon. Thanks, John.